Afternoon. Yes, it's me once again. I'm Russell Mays, and this is one's going to be for my podcast coming up at Radio Russell at podbean.com. But I wanted to get on Facebook before everything gets banded and removed and trashed. And since they've shut off Parler and throttled down MeWe and the rest of the places, I've got to still put my word out. They haven't hit my podcast yet, but it's getting difficult to get it out there. But we're still working on it. Reason why I wanted to get online today is I love the impeachment. These people, all I can say is the Democrats and the left and the Marxists and the socialists and the communists, all this crap they're doing, they haven't thought it through. They have not sat down and realized exactly what they're doing. First off, they're trying to get Trump out of the office in his last eight days, I guess it is. Let's double check that and make sure for sure. Okay, we're 7 days. 7 days is all he's got. Okay. They are so scared of this man, of the damage that he could do to the Democrat Party by revealing the truth of the Democrat Party in the last 7 days, terrifies them to no end. So, in their venture or quest to downright get rid of this man, they're willing to trash everybody they know to achieve what they want. They are trying to soil the reputation of Vice President Pence. And it's working on. There's people go, oh, he's a traitor. No, he's not a traitor. He's being put in some odd positions by the Democrats. And one of the Democrats is Mitch McConnell. No doubt about it. There is a traitor turncoat for you. But what I really wanted to get to is the impeachment. Okay, so it passed in the House. On paper, the House has impeached this president twice. So what does this mean? First off, it means that the Democrats, and I don't care who you are, if you're a Democrat and you believe all this going on, you're a vile person. And it's about time people start telling us or speaking their mind. You're vile, you're disgusting, and you do not want unity or one country. You want your country, not my country. You can have your country, but I will fight you tooth and nail. Everything I have is going against you for what it is. So, that's a little bit of a venting going on there. But one of the things that's really, really cool, and I got to thinking about this, they impeached him twice. History is going to prove that President Donald Trump is one of the greatest presidents that we have ever had. He has done more in office than the last 4 presidents put together, including the first president to ever be impeached twice in the first year. They have lifted him up to a standard that will make him rememberable far longer than Nancy Pelosi will ever be remembered, and Chuck Schumer and Nader and the rest of them. They will be buried, dead, and gone. But Donald Trump will always be remembered because of the good things he has done for this country. It's about America, not about China, not about the rest of the world, not about any of that. He was for this country. And with all this rigmarole that's going on, has shown this country how deep and crappy the swamp is in Washington. So, there's a lot of things you got to bring into it. They're showing videos of this violence at the Capitol. Well, the timeline doesn't fit for him being the rhetoric of inciting the riot, if that's what they want to call it, as a riot. It would be, sibling rivalry is a better word for it. And why would I consider it the word sibling rivalry? The reason why I say that is because the conspiracy theory that the left hired Antifa to storm the Capitol. And since they're storming the Capitol and the people that hired them are in the Capitol and they're fighting and complaining, that means sibling rivalry. They hired their own battle and fight to make them look good. Oh, look, we got to barricade ourselves in here. Ooh, but then, think about this. Look at the video they're showing. They're looking in the rotunda, the circular part of the Capitol with all the statues around it. And here are these violent protesters walking through there with what are they called, where they separate, like you're in a bank, you walk down through the little ropes. The ropes that go right through the middle of the rotunda. Not one of them violated those ropes. Watch the video. I'm going, wait a minute. If these are the harsh, mean, cruel people, why aren't they tearing those statues down within the rotunda? Why did they kick these ropes all over the place? No, they're just walking through. There's so much wrong with this, folks. Another thing that's very wrong is how evil and vile do you have to be to try to destroy a person who will be leaving you alone in the next 7 days. They don't want his legacy around. As a matter of fact, they do not want the 74 million backers around. Because I hate to tell you this, Donald Trump will be back. I will almost guarantee he will run for president again, and that's what they're trying to stop. They're trying to get him some kind of a felony so he doesn't have the right to run again. That's what they're trying to do, because he had annihilated them on the 3rd of November. Totally trashed them. They had to literally cheat, lie, and twist and manipulate the election to get into office. Now you found out how many backstabbers he had. Look at all his cabinet members that jumped ship after all this rigmarole. Oh, they're leaving. They got to save their jobs. Why do you have to save your job? You're in the service of the people. You're not in the service for yourself. And what is this that the House gave them $25 million for a raise and they paid everybody else $600? You people are stupid. I'm sorry. The Democrat left stupid people. That's exactly what you are. If you believe $600 is going to suffice for a livability, while they just gave themselves $25 million, plus gave all their buddies overseas billions of dollars too. I'm sorry. if you want to live like that, live like that. Absolutely. But the things that are coming out now is the Republicans do not have a backbone. Never have, and they never will. Only a few of them will stand up. Now we have a real large freshman group coming in. Will they have a backbone, or are they going to kowtow because they want to be on a special committee or whatever? That's the problem. They're trying to be bought off already. They've got stuff in there about UFOs, from what I understand. Stuff in there about banning vaping through the USPS offices. All the stuff that had nothing to do with the COVID virus and helping people out. Everything that was in that omnibus bill and the stimulus package was geared to destroy the American way of life. It wasn't geared to help you out. It was the carrot in front of the donkey. You know, you're going after that small little carrot, but yet you're hauling these idiots while they ride in the cart. There you go, folks. So, what are you going to do? I suggest is to bury Twitter and Facebook and Google with the power that they wield themselves. Use the internet. They're going to ban you anyway. So you might as well bury them and voice your opinion right away. I would suggest building false accounts. Just bury them in false accounts, fake accounts. Make 2 or 3 of them. Do it over and over and over again. Just bury it. And they'll come out and say, look, at our numbers have increased. Just the way the balloting did. Why not? They're going to end up burying all the constitutionalists. Buddy, friends, pal, think about this. Peter denied Jesus 3 times before the cock crowed. Think about that. That's human nature, to be scared. But it takes strength to stand and be someone. You don't have to fight. The only time they like it when they're fighting or violence is so the press and the media can get a camera in your face and say, see? Martin Luther King and Gandhi had more of an influence peacefully than all these other riots. Malcolm X didn't become a danger until he found out the peaceful way of protesting. But I'm going to guarantee you, I will guarantee you, the inauguration of Joe Biden will be there represented by only paid people to show up. It will be the most sparse inauguration ever. I really do believe that Trump should have a rally at that time. That would be so great if he now he can't have it at the Capitol, because if they'd say, oh, he's trying to start a riot and all that, you know. Go to another city or something. I don't know. But that would just crack me right up. And I back him 100%. 100% to show up at the inauguration. He will be remembered for that. So this man is going to be remembered more times than you can shake a stick at for the goodwill he's done for this country and the things that this country's leaders try to do to him. It'll all be washed out in the wash, and they will find out that he is a great president. Just like Ronald Reagan. A lot of you weren't around at that time, but Ronald Reagan was trashed. He was called evil. He was called bad. He didn't want all this progressive crap because he knew that it led to socialism, Marxism, and communism. So they trashed him, and he ended up being one of the most prominent presidents around. Abraham Lincoln. People hated him for what he did. He won Emancipation Proclamation and the rest of it for the Civil War. He knew he had to make a country, and they killed him for it. But yet he became one of the greatest presidents around. Same thing with John F. Kennedy. I do believe why they did him in was because he was going to break up the banking institution because they became too powerful. They pay off politicians. Nancy, Chucky, Adam Schiff, the rest of them. Here's something else that just drove me nuts. The FBI is out saying they made like 30 arrests. I don't know what the number is. Made a lot of arrests on the Capitol riots that they had. They got all these people arrested. Okay. They're finally doing their job against the conservatives. How come they didn't arrest that person that shot that woman? Why isn't that person arrested? They have him on video camera. I saw the footage. The opposite side of the footage. I saw him. His face. So when you see the footage of the gun coming out and shooting the woman, you can't see the guy very well. But there's a set of footage of him behind. Not shooting, but you know it's him just by the way he is aiming right to the same spot. I don't know if the timeline was before or after, but it's that guy. He's on tape, and you know he's the one that shot him. Boy, am I going to get trouble over this one. All I know, folks, is this isn't over yet. Mark my words, it is not over yet. Donald Trump fights until the last stone is turned over. He has done a lot for this country. But yet the country and the people that he was helping, a lot of them turned on him. Why is that? Are our politicians that spineless? They probably are. They're making a lot of money now that they got all these budgets in there and doing everything they possibly can. They don't even want to hand out the vaccines for the people. We got all these vaccines, and now all these governors and these states are holding it up any way they possibly can. They want the sheer control. They don't want to lose control. The only way to take our country back is just forget about these politicians. Tell them all to go jump off a cliff. Go back to work. Open up your businesses. Just open the country back up because they're not going to. What are they going to do? Put everybody in jail? Take everybody's business license away? And if they don't want us to open it up, then let's all go sit on the courthouse steps. Let's all be bums and be on the courthouse steps. Since we can't work and they just want us sitting around, let's go sit on their front porch. That's a good way to do it, too. I don't know, people. I'm Russell Mays. As long as I can stay on the air in one form or fashion, I'm going to find some way to do it. So you take care, folks. Leave me a comment if you want to comment. Don't leave me a comment if you don't want to comment. That's perfectly fine. You take care now. Bye.